Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Global Entertainment News Breakfast Show, your daily dose of news and updates. I am your host, Della, and joining me on the studio today is. We'll be taking today's top story from Punch and Vanguard. And top story from Punch today is Yahoo Boys now involved in ritual killing banditry EFCC chairman. The executive chairman of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, Ola Olukayode, has defended the commissioner ongoing crackdown on the internet fraudster properly known as Yahoo Boys, despite criticism from some quarters. Speaking on Thursday while receiving the management of the Punch at the EFCC corporate headquarters in Abuja, Olukayode stated that the country lost over $500 million in 1 year due to internet fraud. The EFCC boss noted that the activities of the internet fraudster had evolved beyond online scam, warning that they were now involved in more dangerous crimes such as kidnapping, ritual killing, and armed trafficking.
But it's no more news about
The
the,
Yahoo.
the ritual killings in the country. But I don't think it's. I don't, to me, oh, let me use my own opinion. Let's say my own opinion. To this, I don't think it's these ritual killings are mainly done by these cyber crime criminals who are we all call Yahoo boys because most of all these ritual killings has been something that we do hear about for a long time. It's just that the exposure the exposure of the ritual killing has become rampant. That if in a month at least you get at least 4 people being caught for ritual killing and ritual act or something. But I don't think it's actually coming from the Yahoo aspect because if, as we are saying this now, the EFCC are short of investigation or they are short of what to give us, what to give the public. Now they feel that everything they can go through is
I don't think it's
tagging.
because of EFCC has shut of investigation because if you look at the news that have actually circulated in social media, you will know that some of these things are true. What they are saying, there are actually news that came out of a Yahoo being involved in ritual killing and all that just because they wanted to boost their income, not because they actually wanted to defraud people on internet, but because they wanted to use it to boost the money that they have. That is what I think. And the EFCC coming out to say that the Yahoo boys that are now involved in ritual killing is actually a very good investigation that they have come up with.
So to me, I don't think that's a very good decision because it's something that has been happening a long time ago. It's not a new news that um, young boys or young ladies are being used for ritual and it's not a new news already. So EFCC bringing this into their own investigation, saying Yahoo boys are now. I don't think it's what we need at this moment. What we expect from them is to do their work immediately. This news, I think, if this was the police that came out to give us this news now, we say okay, it's right for the police to bring out this news. I expect the EFCC to be talking about the politicians that stole millions of naira, where is the money and what is the money being used for, instead of giving us the news we already know about already. We already know about all these social things already, so I don't think it's what they should be announcing to us to know.
Okay. Let's move on. CBN retains 100 naira ATM fees for withdrawal below 20,000 naira. The Central Bank of Nigeria has announced that Nigerians withdraw less than 20,000 naira from another bank's automated teller machine will still be charged a fees of 100 naira per transaction. This is according to a FAQ document published by the Apex Bank on its website on Thursday, which provides further information on a new CBN directive. The directive is part of the newly reserved ATM transaction fees set to take effect from March 1st, 2025, as contained in the CBN circular date February 10, 2025.
Well, this news is something we spoke about yesterday, but the way I'm seeing this thing and that it's really going to affect most people. Just imagine, especially those of us that go to the
ATM.
POS. Those of us that go to the POS to collect money, I tell you that it's going to affect us also because this same POS merchant, they go to the ATM machine to withdraw money. They go there to withdraw at least 100,000 using their card. They go to another ATM. Most of them don't really go into the bank again because they feel that if they go into the bank, the kind of queue they are going to face and everything. Let me just do this quickly on the ATM. Just imagine someone now withdrawing 100 naira and 40,000 naira and you going to be charged 200. And you expect that same person removing 40,000 naira from your bank and being debited 200 naira is going to go to your shop and still be removing 1,000 naira for 100 naira. To get to a stage they will tell us that 1,000 naira now is 150. So all these things, I think the government should have checked all these things before they think this is the best way for it. 15 naira is enough. 30 naira is enough. You know how many people in a day withdraw money from the bank? Okay, if we're looking at a million people that withdraws money from the bank a day, that means the country is seeing no less than 100 million naira a day. All this money, where are they going to? Something we should look at. The government, I don't think the government have our heart in mind at all.
I don't think so because now that we are the economic is something that really needs to be put in order. It's not now that we have to be looking at every tariff and tax to be implemented at this moment. Well, let's move on. Custom delivered 3,897 arms ammunition to control center. The Nigerian Customs Service has handed over 3,897 arms and ammunition to the National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons. Speaking during the handling over ceremony at the Federal Operation Unit Zone A, Ikeja, on Thursday, the Controller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, says that 1,599 arms and 2,298 ammunition would be handed over. Adeniyi explained that the seized items were in- inter- intercepted between 2018 and 2024. He says in 2018, the service intercepted 440 arms cancelled in 516 bags of plasters of Paris.
Uh, this is a news that I'm surprised hearing this because this is said to have happened in 2018 when the service intercepted 440 arms sealed in 516 bags of plaster of Paris. I the story might the story might have been out by that year, but you might not be so observant to have heard about it. But this is 2024, 2025. That's over 6 years or more. Over 6 years that this has been seized, and this is the time after 6 years now we are unveiling it out for. Is to me what I don't know how others are seeing it, but the way I'm seeing it is I don't think it's something that the government needs to be unveiling now. Something it should have been unveiling a long time
A
ago.
long time ago.
That's what I'm about.
The government of our country has something to worried about at some cases because it feels like they are not actually being mined due to the divorce proceeding with his estranged wife Annie. Good evening, Nigeria. My name is Miss Rose Idibia, the mother of two Face. This message is from Miss Natasha Osaworo of Edo State. I am calling on all mothers in Nigeria to help me beg her to free my son. Wow.
Well, this I came across this news
The video.
this video yesterday. But what I see about this video is that or this message is that I think the mother of Two Face, Lydia, has this love and affection for Annie Lydia because she was actually the one that spoke well to Two Face of him to marry, and she seeing her in that kind of stage now, being depressed and everything, and seeing Two Face going into a new relationship now. He feels that, to me, oh, every mother, what she's feeling like is what every mother also want to feel. That the son is not the right thing due to the marriage. But I believe one guy still stands for is that Two Face knows what he's doing. If we have had any issue that Two Face was psychologically harmed or emotionally down or something, probably a trauma before, I would have said, okay, maybe that trauma is been affecting him again. But I believe Two Face knows what he's doing. That's where I just see it. The mother, I believe the mother is just trying to show that women supporting women kind of emotion.
I don't think it's women supporting women for the two-faced mother, because it feels like the Edo lawmaker is not actually a good fit for her son.
The Edo lawmaker, we can't say she's in because of Two Face money, because she you know she's wealthy, she has her own money, so I don't think there's any reason or she's coming out to say she knows. No, to me, the way I see it, I think she's not the one hungry for the marriage. Two Face was one that came to propose to her. So someone that comes to propose to you, or probably you guys are in a relationship before and you saw a proposed ring, at that moment you believe, okay, oh, what I need now is yes. You can't say no because you guys are doing what's not the relationship for? If it's not going to lead to marriage, Two Face has the right to say he wants to marry two wives, three wives. But I believe he doesn't want that kind of mentality in his life. He doesn't want to be around two wives, three wives. He just wants to be with one person. So I believe that's the reason why he
And
decided
he's
to
still
divorce.
focusing on the infidelity outside.
That's something that happened a long time ago. So we shouldn't look at the past. This has happened in the past. I believe the reason why he wants to divorce Ali and marry her is that he doesn't want two wives. That's why I see to this.
Okay. Let's move on. Popular OAP Nedu Wazobia stepped down from the Honest Bunch podcast. The Nigerian radio personality Chinedu Emmanuel, popularly known as Nedu Wazobia, has stepped down from the Honest Bunch podcast amidst growing controversy involving social commentator Martin Vincent Ortiz, known as Very Dark Man. The controversy began after reality star D1, who appears on the Honest Bunch podcast, alleged that Very Dark Man had an interest in men. However, instead of responding directly to the claim, Very Dark Man redirects his focus on to Nedu, revealing private conversation and making allegations about the women Nedu has supposedly been involved with.
Well, I've been following this story for quite a while now, but what I see in this story is that people are saying um, um, very dark man has something hidden in his cover that he's trying to avoid. We are always seeing D1. If you follow D1 very well, you see that D1 has always been advocating against a very dark man, saying that he, out of the money he was given for the NGO, he took 20 million out of that money to deposit the car, the Range Rover, somewhere. So people came out and said, okay, D1, since you know this information, what's your proof? How do you know someone deposited money? Drop your proof. But in this case now, about Ndu and Very Dark One, the reason why Very Dark One came after Ndu was that he believes that Ndu knows what he's doing. For Ndu to be able to accept that kind of but people are saying it's Ndu that sets the question for honest punch. And for Ndu to come out and give that kind of question to D1, knowing that D1 has been someone that is always against very dark man a long time ago. He has been against that man a long time ago. For him to even accept very dark man and Ndu are good friends. For him to accept D1 into that podcast and allow D1 to publicly humiliate him that way
But that is
online,
not the first
saying
time D1 is calling out Very Dark Man.
that's the same thing I'm saying. That's not the first time. But for Nedu to give him that opportunity to invite him to his podcast and give him that opportunity for him to speak out loudly about where that one. Everybody said, okay, it seems Nedu is now a betrayer to him. Let him now expose the kind of secret Nedu has told
But
you.
it's not Nedu that actually called him that.
Nedu was the one that invited you on.
Yes, Nedu invited everybody.
Nedu,
Everyone come to
Nedu
Nedu
invited him to the
podcast.
podcast, and Nedu is the one setting the question for the podcast. So, and Nedu actually is the owner of that podcast. So I think Nedu is to me, oh, people are saying he's emotionally down now, but I think he's suffering from his actions already.
I
Because
don't think so.
Nedu with the videos and the evidence very that one has posted online, Nedu has always wanted to invite very that one for his podcast. Very that man is person that does not want to involve himself into things that will make people get promotion under him. So he felt that okay, going to that podcast is not the right
I
thing to
don't.
do.
I don't actually think it's because of promotion. Nedu is inviting Very Dark Man to
It's
his own
because of promotion.
because there are other celebrities that have actually honored that production.
There are other celebrities that honor the production. If you check that podcast very well, you will not see an A-list celebrity going to that podcast. Because I believe the is trying to prove. I'm not advocating for anybody, but the way with the information I've heard from and this side, but what I'm saying in that case is that anybody going to that podcast probably he or she is being informed on what to say or what to do. Because you cannot come to a podcast and say what is on your mind fully without being orientated on how the podcast goes and what to do. If you check that podcast very well, you see that when the podcast is being posted, it's being posted like a clip, hot and join, like a hot and join. Or the full listen on that podcast. If they want that podcast to be the way they want us to be, let them do it live. Let them make that podcast live. As okay, when you get to that place, you come on live and you watch the podcast. It's going to be a fun but it's a cult and joy clip that's been posted. Even the new people are speaking about now, it's not in the country. He's not in the country. He has actually he resigned from the podcast and he had the podcast yesterday night and this morning he flew to Amsterdam. The man is really going through a lot. I tell you.
Exactly. Today top story that we have for you from Vanguard. Ebonyi government mourns 11 lost in Enugu petrol tanker explosion. The Ebonyi State government has visited the family of 11 victims who lost their life in the Enugu petrol tanker explosion to commiserate with them. Governor Francis Nwefuru, who was represented by his wife, Ms. Uzomaka, and other delegates from the state government, says that the state government was pained by the ugly incident that claimed the life of victims who hail from Abofia village in Ebonyi local government area of the state. That is a very tragic.
We spoke about this tragedy. This
Yes,
happened yesterday. My condolences to those families that have lost their loved ones in that incident. We pray we pray and hope that doesn't happen
again.
again, and we should be more conscious on how we deal with highly inflammable tankers, especially the ones that conveys as high as 60,000 liters of PD.
I think is actually best, even if you're still going to say that some of these tankers should start working at night, it's still going to be a fear of not being attacked or accidents on the road as well. Because this thing is really getting out of hand right now.
It's also a nice idea, but where I see that I believe tankers should be working at night because it reduce more casualties if they work at night. Tankers, trailers, lorries, they should have this night movement. And anytime they are moving, at least they should have security. They should be able to pay security for just one night to work with them. Not have at least
Like
40,000, 50,000. These companies can pay security to follow them per night. Something they can do. So I think it's more better than we are seeing.
my condolences to those that have lost their loved ones. And let's move on. Long controversy. Osanaya storm court to clear name. In a determined effort to prove his innocence and clear his name, the former group managing director of First Bank, Dr. Bisi Osanaya, yesterday appeared before Justice Chukwuchedi Aneke at the Federal High Court in Lagos. Osanaya, alongside former First Bank chairman Oba Otudoko, a director of Honeywell Group, Soji Akintayo, and a famed Anchorage Leisure Limited, in refuting allegations of fraud related to a commercial loan transaction at the bank during his time as the group managing director.
Well, this news it has been pending a long time ago at the court for,
Yes,
yeah, and it's now open. It's now open, and I believe the justice Chukwu should be able to look at that case very well and bring out the best in it, because we don't know what really conspired in the agreement and everything.
yes.
But at the court, if everybody brings their evidence and smash things together, we should expect a good judgment. Yeah.
Yeah. Since he is trying to clear his name of that allegation, I feel like if he doesn't have a good investigation about this person, he wouldn't have stepped out. And because he feels like he's innocent of this allegation, that is what gave him the bold step to come forward to the courtroom. Let's move on. Car productions. Dangote is set to dominate Nigerian auto sector. Dangote Group, one of the most respected conglomerates in the country, has demonstrated its resolve to dominate the nation automobile sector, especially in the passenger car and commercial sector. Dangote, which took the franchise from the Lagos branch few years ago and later Sinotruck brand, has continued to roll out models from its two plants in Kaduna.
So this is the reason why I'm laughing to it is that Dangote is almost everywhere when it comes to business, and I really enjoy the fact that this man understands business
He's trying to.
and he's trying his best. You see Dangote when it comes to food, you see when it comes to petrol, you see when it comes to technology, you also see when it comes to farming. Also, the man is one of the best. I believe
Extending his hand
it's a
everywhere.
very big conglomerate that believes that it should be everywhere. It's a business group. Guys, it's a business group, and you understand what it takes to be a businessman. Yeah, that's why most people always want to buy shares from him, and they believe if they are buying shares for him, their shares will never come down, because he
Yeah.
knows how to manage his business, how to push things up, and how to push things. Just kudos for him.
Yeah, he's doing so well, and we're more how will I say, more expansion, that is how it should be, because it feels like business is everything that a man needs. And during this time in Nigeria that he wanted to, it's going to be a more provider of job opportunity for most of the Nigerian youth that is in need of job, and that is a good one from him as well. Now we have come to the end of the show, and I thank you for joining us. I'm being your host, Bella. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to join us same time, same station. Bye.